Fresh, pretty standard ban, pretty OP support. Get that lantern in. Vedix in your team.
Yep. We saw approval play Thresh to great success. That's a little more before. You see, Master Yi actually banned out.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he has been changed actually. Some people tell me he is quite strong these days.
Yeah, but I think overall it is a bit of a nerf. You're taking up magic damage. They're obviously not too happy with people building APE and just sitting under the turrets and tanking. Just chumping through people's teams. Pure. But, I definitely think it probably overall, if you were looking to play Yi and you would decide to go APE, it's a buff to AD Yi, which is kind of how I like to see it play.
Yep, and I have seen a few people build Triforce on him now and just go for that Q and one massive attack. But yeah, I don't know, all in all, he still seems to suffer from the same problems he's always had. He just has to walk into melee range and right-click someone. And if he gets hit by any CC, he's just going to fall apart.
Yeah. It's not one of my stable heroes, to be honest.
But it's always a bit of fun if you don't want to be playing too seriously, just pick up that Yi. Anyway, I suppose we should be talking a little bit about the picks here. We've seen that Ez and Zyra picked up again.
And the ever-popular Nami.
Yep, now he's been picked many games.
We saw Nautilus absolutely destroy some earlier games with a huge amount of tanks. And maybe we'll see that again today.
He just brings so much CC to the table as well, and just an inherently tanky champion who's got a shield as well. Just strong as And we see they picked up that Cho'Gath as well, so it is quite a tanky team they've got so far.
Very tanky. Why not? Nami bubble, Nami heal, Nami shield. That's quite a scary.
Yeah, things like, wondering if we are going to see that Kennen go mid or top. He sort of he's played a bit more top, but I mean, you can see mid from time to time. Same thing for that Cho'Gath as well. I suppose we'll find out very shortly. Cho'Gath is one of those champions who, if you send him mid, he can do very well against just sort of squishy AP target or an assassin AP hero, because he's just simply too tanky to take down.
Yeah, you can't. He's too tanky to take down, but he does too much to ignore. He's one of those heroes where it's kind of like, oh, you don't really want to be putting all your focus onto him, but at the same time, you don't want to let him walk through your whole team and go eat your ADC.
Exactly. And we see, please like that Teemo. I love Teemo so much. AD
he is an interesting hero.
Played in the AD carry position. Be awesome. And we see possibly a little bit of trolling going on here because they do already have support. I mean, we have seen Soraka mid ages ago, but I'm not sure how viable it is these days. And a blitz? Yeah, okay, I don't think it's going to be blitz.
So it looks like it might be a
Teemo?
Cho. Oh no, there we go. TF. So Cho top, TF mid, Teemo ADC.
That would be cool. I have a feeling he's going to switch it up. Yeah, it is. There we go. And Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate was actually banned the last game. I mean, I know there's two different teams there, but he did get banned out, so it'll be interesting to see if it's one of his specialties.
Yeah, and having that global presence is just so powerful.
Yeah.
Being able to port around the map and generally bad news there.
And I suppose we're about to find out if that Kennen's mid or top. Good thing about Kennen against a Cho'Gath as well top is it makes it hard to land that rupture, just because you've got that.
Yeah, that lightning
speedy
rash.
Yeah.
Dash, not rash. But I wonder if we're going to see any swaps here. Do you think Zach's going to go into the jungle, or...?
Pretty confident Zach will be in the jungle. It looks like they might be going for that Shen top.
Well, that's interesting, because either Zach or Shen can actually be played in the jungle. Great success.
Yeah, and both are actually quite strong top laners as well at the moment. So
yeah, definitely, and especially versus a Shen. I mean, versus a Cho'Gath. Either of them is going to do kind of equally well. Cho's just going to sit there and sustain and synergize well with the Nautilus ganks with the CC, but not really looking to kind of push anything on his own.
And Zach's actually quite a strong champion against AP Heroes top, because he can just build into that Spirit Visage very quickly and then just sustain forever almost.
Get the MR, get the healing bonus. Very true.
And I suppose, okay, so they've locked in that Shen, and it is going to be Zach in the jungle. I believe he did play Jungle Zach last game as well, so that makes sense.
Just got my co-caster a blanket. Don't want it getting cold.
Very nice of them.
Yeah. I don't know. Somebody stole the heater from the OCG streaming center.
Did they?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Well, I wouldn't call it theft, really. Probably just took it over and chucked it in their room. But, nah. Got the garage door open, letting in the bugs.
Bit of fresh air and bugs.
Yeah, and so we've seen all the team locked in, and we're actually going to see Zach in the jungle.
We are.
So
And,
not really what we picked, but everything else is kind of as we expected. We're probably going to see the Kennen mid, Easy Bot with the Zyra, Shen top.
And actually, I suppose one thing we have mentioned, that Shen is quite a strong counter pick to that TF. So if you see the TF ult go up, you can just follow him with Shen.
Yeah, and that TF ult does have that delay, you know. You've got the big glowing sun come up, so you know, oh god, he's ulting somewhere, where am I going, where am I going? Drop in, hit the shield, that's going to mitigate the burst, the gold card to the wild cards, and then you just dash and taunt and save the day.
It's interesting to me here that Shen has opted not to pick up teleport and instead going with Ignite, because I really would have thought he would go teleport in the same, because you don't really have a whole lot of kill potential against a Cho'Gath early game, even with as a Shen. And I suppose if you can land the taunt and get Zac coming in, you have a chance, but I would have preferred really to see a teleport flash going on.
Yeah.
And even similar for Cho'Gath in a way, I mean, I don't know. What I really would like to see this game, and I'll call it out now, is a Shen ult onto an ulting Zac. That would be really cool.
That would be pretty funny. Bouncing about.
Or even Shen ult onto a Zac about to slingshot in, and then dropping that as ult plus the taunt.
No, yeah, I always think that the Shen ult is in ways underutilized. I'd like to see something like a Twitch stealth into the bush, walk past the team, Shen ult comes down, boom. Invisible Shen popping out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I wonder if that de-stealths Twitch.
Shen ult onto him? No, it doesn't. Because we saw that in, I think, the Rumble in the Jungle tournament.
Ramble in the Jang.
Oh, yeah, but just going to mention, again, we are doing an RP giveaway in the grand final. We've got this match and one more after it, and then we're right into the grand final.
Right into it.
Right in. And actually, one thing as well, Cho'Gath does have two ways to stop that Shen ult, so we'll have to see if he makes use of that.
Yeah, because that's always the worst thing. You back off as a Shen, you're like, I'm getting this clutch ult off, I'm going to turn this fight, it's going to be really awesome. You're looking down in the other lane, so you've got no idea what's happening in your lane, and you're not turning up. Yeah. You're not popping in. You're like, what's going on? You look back up at your lane, you've been stunned, and a big Cho'Gath's just ripping your face off. Just like, ah.
Yeah, I've done it in a couple of ranked games. Well, one of my favourite things to do when you're playing Elise is just sort of pipe on the creep wave. And you see a Shen back off, so you know he's about to ult, and then you just run through, flash stun, completely drop him, and then Shen dies, his teammate dies, it all goes horribly wrong.
Generally QQ sad face.
Generally QQ sad face.
Generally QQ sad face. So we've got 30 seconds left of the delay, and then we'll be right into this game, right into the meat of it. And I'm really hoping we're going to see some awesome level 1 action. So who do you think would win the level 1 action? I know who I think would win.
Well, I think Blue Team definitely has a strong level 1 here. I mean, they've got that Cho'Gath, either stun or silence. They've got the Nami bubble. They've got the Nautilus just as passive, the TF gold card, the Trish Rock. They got everything really.
They got a huge amount of CC.
And saying that, I mean, Purple Team, yeah, they do have the Zyra and they do have that Shen taunt, but I do think they'd be looking to avoid a level 1 fight.
Yeah, because if they level that up, they don't really have much left for damage.
No, they did not. And Zac can't really afford to live the slingshot level 1.
Would be interesting to see level 1, but it's definitely not a Purple Team's fate.
And
TPA Israel again.
Yep.
Worked out last time.
It did.
Will it work again?
And we see the Loch Ness Cho'Gath, Tango Twisted Fate. So we've got 3 skins to 2 at the moment. And Slippery Puddle bring out that 3rd skin to make it 3 all.
This is an important question.
Very important thing.
Very important. And though.
The team with the most skins wins 94% of the time.
That's one of those little Riot statistics.
Yep.
People who buy every single skin in the game generally win 99% of their games. Good mark.
If you own every skin, you actually get automatically put into challenges. It's a little known fact.
Oh no, and there's no skin on the Zyra.
Well, GG. I think blue team's probably got this.
Yeah, clearly got it. And look, we got Loch Ness Cho'Gath, one of the coolest skins in the game.
I like that Chugga one.
Yeah. Don't know about Tango Twisted Fate though. Like you got the Evil in there, but
You really need sort of the Tango Evelyn as well if you wanted to run that Tango Twisted thing.
they should put in some sort of special interaction between the
Yeah,
two when
yeah,
they
they should
dance
actually.
next to each other. Ooh,
That'd be cool as.
hit us up, right? Best ideas ever.
Sweet.
But who do you think's got the stronger team overall?
Um, I'm not actually too sure. I mean, that Trist, if it does go to late game, I think I probably would back blue team there, just because Twisted Fate does scale quite well still. Trist is a monster. Cho gets massive. Like it seems to me that like purple team, they have a strong team, certainly, but that is he's not a traditional hyper carry AD, and that I mean the Kennen can lock a few people down with his ult, but I don't know. Personally, I think blue team does have the stronger team overall. But we'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah, and I think the interesting thing is you've got quite a bit of wombo on Pep.
You do? Yeah.
You've got Zyra with her ult, you've got Easy with his ult, you've got Kennen with his ult, you've got Zac bouncing about, and then you've got Shen who has a shield.
Yeah.
You know,
And we did see in that game earlier today with the I can't remember the team's name actually, but they had the Jarvan, the Lux, the Israel thing. I know they basically had they had just a massive one combo, and even though they were losing early game, mid to late game, they just came back and crushed it. So who knows? It just seems to me that the blue team they do have that Nautilus, they do have that Cho'Gath, so they're not going to be dropping too quickly to any games anytime soon. And the Trist does have that rocket jump to get away. I think it will come down to a lot how much they can take advantage of that Shen, Zac, and Kennen sort of combo.
yeah, definitely. Because
Because
if you have the wombo combo, that's great, but you've actually got to get it all going off at round about the same time and
yeah,
actually get a team fight going.
because hopefully we'll see something from Kennen like he'll use that lightning rush, perhaps in combination with Flash, and get that Shen coming down onto them as well, and then just try and lock down the whole team with ult, followed up by everything else.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel though that unless they time their team fights really well, they're going to struggle against that blue team there. So I mean, if they go for the wombo combo and don't actually kill anyone, or they sort of I don't know get a choke after 1/3 HP and then the other team re-engages, then they are going to struggle.
So we've got net issues from one team, and the other team has decided that in response to that, they're going to go up and get McDeeds.
They actually live next door to Macca's, so there you go.
So one team member is going to the bathroom, and the other team members are getting some tasty, tasty burgers. I tried to get some tasty, tasty burgers last night.
What happened?
Well, they were shut.
Who was shut?
They're Wisconsin.
What time are they shut?
9, apparently.
What?
9 on a Friday
On a Friday
night.
night?
How do you make money when you close at 9?
That's outrageous, really.
That is outrageous.
If you guys want, you should maybe just send a quick email through to Berg, Wisconsin on behalf of the Irate Pirate.
Saying, what are you doing closing at 9? You made me very irate.
Yeah. And let's get some community support for this sort of thing.
Yeah, because they send me a flyer about their new burger, something like barbecue beef. It had like onion rings in it, like bacon and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I can go for
Sounds
that.
alright.
So I try to ring them up, and I just like sit on the line for like 3 minutes, and then it just times out. I'm like, what? Well, it's closed. Who closes at 10 p.m. on a Friday?
9 p.m.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I was calling them at 10, and
Oh.
so this is my thought process at the
I
time.
see, I see. And we actually see the
So a big shout out to Mad696969 who agrees with my absolute outrage at early closing burger joints.
we see Nami has reconnected now, but I have a feeling that his team members are probably still with Macca's or in bathroom.
Well, I think it's the other team who's gone up to Macca's.
Oh, that's right, yeah. And we see actually Nami hasn't picked up those points in greed, which we see from the gold totals for each team. But that's a little bit unconventional. And he also hasn't picked up that Explorer Award. Very strange.
Maybe he's going like full AP or something. Well, he hasn't because he's got his biscuit.
He is actually. He's got 30 AP, we can see.
30 AP.
He must have speaked full AP rounds. Bassie's got something like 2109.
So can you get the biscuit? Oh yeah, you get the biscuit if you go 9 into util, right?
I think so, yeah. Feel free to call us out if we're wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah, and you know biscuits are tasty, and McDonald's is tasty, but it's not big biscuits.
Yeah.
But I have to say, like, if there was a burger field that was close to me, I probably would have ended up going there because I'm pretty sure Burger Field's open at 10 p.m. at night.
They stay open until like 2 or 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays sometimes.
Yeah, some of them. Because I remember,
I have to go back from.
yeah, after I got back from Europe, first thing I did, head off to Burger Field to get a burnout burger. Damn, son.
Good times.
Yeah, no, when you go overseas, you do quickly realize the things that New Zealand does well, and it's burgers, it's pies, and fresh produce. So, yeah, don't bother going to Europe for burgers.
Legends. We do that well.
Yeah, League of Legends, definitely.
We do see Blue Team going for the invade here. I actually thought they. Actually, I can't accept I've got it before, but I did say they had the strong level 1 team, and I wouldn't be surprised if they try and force the fight.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Just huge amount of meat, huge amount of CC. You'd have a good time with it. Oh, a nice defensive ward there.
Yep, that's good.
Purple. They know they're there. They know what's up. Oh, what are they? Just in the poking.
We see Shen actually is coming down here, so we might actually see a full-on level 1 fight.
And see how little those pokes are doing from that easy. He's just shrugging it off. And blue team's back.
Alright, we've probably seen Nautilus start over here. It's going to take a little bit too long to get blue to get that help fight line.
Which isn't too bad.
Yep. And Zach. No, actually, I was going to say Zach is going to get to blue a little bit late. That's correct. Right there.
Dynamic in the jungle definitely has changed with the new jungle changes. Not having to worry about getting your team to help with wolves. Not having to worry about getting to help with raids. It's just straight into that main buff. Which I quite like. Less distraction. Just get into what you have to do.
Yeah, like way back in season 1 and all that, always used to like starting at wolves wasn't actually a standard thing, I think.
No, that really was something that did come up in the middle of season 2.
I mean, once people started doing it, it made sense. I mean, why wouldn't you just pick up that free gold beforehand?
Yeah, exactly. And then we saw off the back of that, ADC is picking up, the wolves with gold camps.
So not too much going on early game here, just both jungles picking up both their buffs. And we might see a fight go down at top lane a little bit.
Yeah, and both junglers look like they are on a collision course for top. And this is where, clear speed becomes important. Because who's actually going to get up there first and get something out? But that doesn't necessarily mean they'll win. Get them first.
See, they're pretty much exactly the same time. And as you say, we are going to see them run into each other. Actually, no, Nautilus has chosen to go mid.
Which is interesting because mid's quite pushed.
Yep, and Cho'Gath doesn't have a ward down, so he could be in a lot of trouble up here.
Yeah, double buff Zach's going to be causing a serious amount of trouble, and the flash is burnt, and so's the ignite. Maybe a bit hasty on that ignite, but not too bad. And here we go, Nautilus. So we just took the long route round to get to top, assuming that a ward had gone out. And that's interesting because Shen does have a door and shield, so, wouldn't really be too worried about that ward. And Zach's going back in. He gets the ward out, and this is going to be... nice. Very nice knockup, but it's not going to save him. Very nice gank, and that's important. That's what a good jungler does. You burn that flash, you sit around, you wait for him to push back up, wait for him to get that ward out, and just smack him again.
Yep, and Zach did actually miss a slingshot there, but it didn't really matter in the end. But Shen made a very nice
not coming in, punishing the Shen, putting a bit of damage on that. Oh, very nice hook. Will he have the damage to take him down?
If his passive can proc it, he might be able to get it, but I think it's...
But at least he's going to force him out of lane, so his his top lane doesn't get too far behind.
And we look down at bot lane here.
Oh, very nice bubble.
There's a little bit of hidden CS, but nothing major, really.
Yeah, they seem to be really on the back foot here, being quite defensive as Tristana army, which isn't unexpected. Trist doesn't have the same sort of poke as Easy does early levels because of that range build off the passive, but she's very good at all-inning, and we expect to see with this Nami, if a good bubble lands about level 3, level 4, so about where we are now, I wouldn't be surprised to see Tristana rocket jump in and try to burst that Easy down.
Yep. And also, that Shen's item build, starting with the Dorans, seemed a little bit strange to me, really, against the Cho'Gath. I suppose he just wanted to get big and tanky, but And I would have preferred to see something like a rejuvenation bead and a bunch of health pots. I guess if it works for him,
Yeah. Because
Zach,
it does have a decent amount of regen on that door and shield these days, and not kind of getting
yeah, and
caught out.
Twisted Fate's gold card is actually down. It climbed out there, but it's gonna really happen.
Yeah, but a good amount of damage going on for Naught, which is never good as a jungler because you can go back and clear those camps, but you're not going to be in any sort of position to gank a lane, and that's what you want to be looking to do.
And we see Force come out here, possibly the Epic again for the last time, Nami,
Yeah, the Nami, but maybe it's the Mickey D's.
possibly.
Maybe that high cholesterol food is clogging up their arteries, and one of their team members is having a heart attack.
Hopefully he's alright. Otherwise they're gonna have to find a sub.
Wow, no, they just lose the game at this point. We got to get on to the final.
Actually, can we skip the five?
Do you want to pull up chat, find out what's happening with the teams? Oh, and there we are, we're live again. Who's lagging? Top. So top on the Nautilus side. So that would be the Cho'Gath. Maybe that explains why he died, but then again, maybe not. Good amount of damage from the Zyra. That was very punishing on that Tristana. Maybe she's also running full AP.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, and then we see the Zac catching out that Nautilus. He's not going to be able to do too much here. He might be able to steal away the goal.
Yeah, I'd be quite worried as Zac here. Like, he's closer to their bottom, so if he does get in a scrap with Nautilus, his teammates will be there fast. Yep.
Speed of light.
And the speed of light. But TF's taking quite a bit of a punishing in Matt Kennan, who's also bought a red pot. He started off red pot.
Kennan did, okay.
Yeah.
The TF is actually up in gold though.
And CS, yeah, and especially when you take into account the red pot's been sunk.
Yeah.
He's quite a bit behind in gold because that's 350.
Yep.
Plus the CS deficit, so that's 6 CS behind, and a red pot. So that means, you know,
Yeah,
that is 350 gold wasted once that runs out.
Yep, and that's a bit of a novel build starting with that red pot. I have seen Kennan's. It's not too uncommon to see him start a Doran's Blade in that top lane just to get a bit of extra harass early on for those auto attacks. It's a duo range champion. But starting red pot mid, I don't know. We see a tier ult going down. They are going towards bot lane. And we see a Shen ult.
There comes that Shen ult, exactly what we said before. And very nice juke of the bubble. Good amount of damage going out on that Tristana. Will he go down? Nope, not today. But very good reactions from that Shen. Managed to get away from that Cho and get that damage out. And if we look at the TF, Boot Sheen, Ward Pot versus Negatron Cloak, Book Ward Pot. So Sheen's about 1.2k, 325 versus 4 something. So yeah, you can definitely see that gold difference manifesting in those items.
Yeah, and it's curious to me that Cho'Gath chose that time to recall when Shen was like, he was down bot and gonna have to run back to lane.
You think he would take the XP gain, put a bit of pressure on the turret?
Yep.
Get a bit of lols. Get a bit of an advantage. But not a bad ult from Shen. Turned what could have been a sticky situation for that bot lane into potential kills.
Yep. And it was just strange to me there that the Cho'Gath decided, or that he didn't try to get a bit more damage onto that turret. And actually we see TF with his new passive actually, instead of each person on your team getting 2 extra gold per creep, he gets between one gold and 6 gold. Just a random chance.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of more commensurate with the hero.
Yeah,
instead of just giving a guaranteed 2 gold per kill, he's gambled.
Yeah.
Who knows what he's going to get? 1 to 6. Because the gambler's never really out.
I suppose what I just realised is it's called loaded dice, so it makes sense it's 1 to 6 as well.
True. But you think if the dice were loaded, he'd be getting 6 or something?
You know, he's actually got a higher chance to get more gold. As well, they built that into the thing.
Ah, good, huh?
12. Oh, true.
Ah, right, yeah. Very, very well pointed out by our stream engineer.
Actually, they did pick up that kill there, so nice Nautilus gang. I think that cannon flashed as well, so don't be too heavy.
Yeah, and it was very cool. They knew they had the kill with the ignite and the ult, and they didn't feel the need to tower dive, take necessary damage. They were just like, yeah, I got this. You got this. We got this. Chill. And that's very cool to see.
Our stream engineer was just pointing out previously that it should be 1 to 12 gold with this loaded dice. If it was just one, it should be called loaded die.
A harvest moon. How aptly named.
We don't quite have a Vlad in this game, but thanks for that.
Well, it's not aptly named, is it?
What?
Loaded dice.
Oh, I
Because
see,
it's
I
one
see,
of the
gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm a bit behind.
Or maybe they're referring to the fact that he carries loaded dice, but he's only rolling one. I don't know.
Because we're not, we've had this issue brought up a few times. It's not actually us lagging. It might be your internet specifically. We do see a Twisted Fate ult come down here, and
Nice gold card going out, but not onto the ADC, and they absolutely shred the no, not the Nami, the Zyra. And TF is chasing up on this EZ, but can he get him?
No, you can't get that
No,
auto attack.
just very close.
That auto attack pass on his. That's it. Yep. Yep, and it's not actually, we're not actually lagging on our side here. It's just the New Zealand internet's a little bit average. So if you're lagging on 720p, we're sorry about that, but there's not too much we can do about it until we get that Twitch partnership. So, which we need you guys to keep tuning in. We'll get there eventually. Then you guys will be able to adjust the quality. But for now, we're putting it on 720 just because we lowered the quality slightly to try and help you guys out, but no one wants to go back to 480.
So we're seeing a nice sedate top lane.
Yep, just
Shen farming away,
with the farm going on.
dodging those knockups. Oh, and another pause going out. That Macca's is really causing issues.
Yep, it is the.
A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has reconnected. A summoner has disconnected.
So top laners seem to be having a good time for bug splats. Just to get some raid.
Raid,
Raid!
more smart, more safe, more
Morty.
G.
Summoner has
That was
reconnected.
terrible, huh?
Yeah,
Oh god. Oh god!
we will not
Oh
feature in the
god.
Pitch Perfect sequel.
We will not feature. Actually, we probably could feature on New Zealand's Got Talent / X Factor. They're all horrible.
Yep.
Yup.
I was listening on the radio one time. They had I don't know, they were showing some person from X Factor. They're playing them doing a cover of some song. It's like, wow.
You is the bad.
Yeah, you is the bad.
You is bad. Who is the bad? Who is so bad? And we're back in the game.
In the game.
It was nice looking at Zach, see him flex his manly man biceps, but better to see him kind of strolling. Oh fuck! May have just spilled a bit.
He's very irate.
But this is a high-quality carpet that's had many things spilled on it over the years. And it's all been mopped up fine. Hasn't it, Karen?
It has, it has.
It has indeed. Poor Ryong. If you're out there watching, which you won't be, I think we both apologise for that incident.
Give you a shout out, Rion.
Shout out to Ryong. Put up with a lot of years, and he doesn't really hang out with us anymore. Wonder
No,
why?
can't for life, mythic, why? Oh, can we skip to live? Let's do the stream engineer.
Let's jump to live.
Do it live.
Do it live. That's how we do it. All this kind of spotlight. Having a good time, chilling out with those ADC support.
Matt
Why-
is going for that Blade of the Roman King again. He's actually picked up the Tez after Cutlass this time. Good.
Yeah, sorry about the foul language, guy. Try refrain from that, but my carpet.
This carpet. He's
My
very
carpet.
protective about his carpet.
I'm very protective of my carpet. Very protective indeed. I'd be able to eat off my carpet, but I can't because it's not punished.
And TF is not going to go push on that tower, dude. To back out.
No, just back off, bank his gold, come back stronger
And we
than
do see
ever
both the
before.
Shen ult and the Twisted Fate ult are up, so should be expecting a gank sometime soon.
Should be expecting some action. Everybody likes action. Apart from the people who don't like action. But I don't think there's many. So 2 for 1. 13 minutes in. Quite a close game.
Yeah, it's very close actually.
1k gold difference.
Stark contrast to the last game, which kind of just was all over pretty quickly.
Spiraled out of control. But no big objectives really taken. No towers for either team. Dragon hasn't been contested. There aren't any wards on it. Oh, and the ult goes out. Very nice flash to dodge the EZ ult, and the Nami ult comes out from nowhere and kind of whiffs. But
Comes out from nowhere and goes nowhere, really.
yeah, both teams kind of blew their loads and didn't really achieve anything.
Yeah, and we are giving away a Diana t-shirt up on our Facebook page.
So go and like Oceanic Gaming and share the picture of the Diana t-shirt to go in the draw to win what is a very fashionable t-shirt. Albert Lim took away the last one, and there's a picture of him modelling it on the page, and it's high quality, both in printing and in fabric. They feel very nice against the skin.
There you go.
Yeah, get in on that. That'll be drawn on Sunday. And we'll also be giving away RP in the finals of this tournament, which has taken a bit longer to get to than expected because the losers bracket has featured some very fierce matchups. So we're just playing through the losers bracket to find out who will be going up against Reflex in the final. Glad you like the description, Mad. But yeah, I think once again we have to mention Mortondshort. He's been really the key guy for this tournament, coming up with the idea and really pushing us to bring you this Silver Surfer showdown. So mad props to Morton. Hope he's still in the chat, having a good time, watching his tournament. And if you have any ideas for an event or for a tournament, just hit us up at Oceanic Gaming, jump on the contact form and get in touch, because we're always willing to help the community get the sort of events that they want to see. Because we think the more tournaments, the more events going for
The
League of
TFL coming
Legends.
down here, and they are going to go hard into this. Yep, they pick up this Irish straight away.
A lot of damage. Big burst, especially. This suddenly went from a game where not much had happened, 2 for 1 to 6 for 1. What a successful engage down on that bot lane.
I think the Shen actually looks like the Shen altered there.
Yeah, he definitely did ult somebody, but it clearly didn't save them
I guess
because they're dead.
possibly got cancelled. We didn't see that. Well done to show off. He did cancel that. Didn't quite see what happened there, to be honest. But,
No, a lot was going on bot lane.
Yeah.
Skype crashed. just lol crashing.
Alright, then we see Cho'Gath done quite a lot of damage to that turret. It looks like he's got 6 stacks up on his feet. He does.
He is a very big beast, and he's 30 CS ahead.
And we see him building towards that Rite of Ages. And
30
he's actually
CS.
picked it up well, so that's quite good. 17-minute Rite of Ages. And blue team's actually really opened up a lead here. 6 kills to 1.
Yeah, and there's quite a goal gap widening out. So very good on them to turn what was a very close game to a quick lead. Let's see what they can do with it. Ah. Ah. Just some loud breathing noises for the stream. And how do you, as the purple/red team, come back from this? You've just got absolutely slaughtered in bot lane. What do you do?
Well, they are only 4k gold down, at least, which is good. Shin actually has picked up that Wits End. It's a little bit unconventional, really, but it will help him out a lot with that Cho'Gath. I think they really need to push an objective there. Like, they need to get a turret, or they need to try and pressure Dragon. Just something that will allow them to force a fight on their terms, because they've just been reacting so far. Like, that TF ulted and initiated that fight. Shin tried to ult down, didn't really swing the fight that much, and then they were just scrambling to stay in it. And they went for a bit of an ambitious re-engage there on the cannon, who just got dropped straight away. So, I don't know. What I'd like to see them do here is either group up to try and get one turret, or just send that Zac down with the cannon to roam bot to try put some pressure on. And they really, 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 really need some take forwards for this support to come out here.
Yeah, definitely. De-warding is so key when you are behind. You want to see where those ganks are coming. You want to see where that team is so you can make a play, so you can pick somebody off. So hopefully see the map getting more wards, removing more of the other team's wards, and really looking to make those plays.
Because at the moment, blue team, they are ahead, and they're looking to stay ahead here with that like very strong warding up by the Nami. He's about to clear out that one with Fire Rush down bot there. And it looks like Zyra does have a pink ward, so she might make an attempt to clear out that Baron ward. What they really need here. Outside the Dragon ward.
Yeah, a dragon would be very nice at this point. Get that gold in there, throw it in the pot. And we've seen top lane DC as well.
Actually, one person for each team, just take it in.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get some more Mac. McDonald's breakfast is a great start to your day. Where'd you go last night?
I went to town.
Whereabouts in town?
Snappies, the old Snapdragon.
Snapdragon.
Yeah, so, a little bit of fun there.
Play is resuming, so we should stop talking about your weekend. Talk about the game. What day is it? Saturday, yeah. Okay. Very nice bind down from Nami. And here comes the TP again. Are they going to go for the Nami? They're just letting the easy walk away. They got the original gold card on there, but boom, dead. But here comes the ult. Double ult onto the EZ, and down he goes. Very nice play from Blue.
And that's exactly what they didn't want to happen right there. They just let the TF initiate that fight again, and now they could very easily pick up Dragon here.
Yeah, they've got that map control now. They've wiped out that bot lane. Zac might be able to steal this, but it would be a big ask for him to slingshot in and then ult out. Especially with the amount of damage he's sustained.
You can actually fly by it. I'm pretty sure you can fly by it and just get it in midair and then land somewhere safe. But I'm not sure if he's going to be out. No, he's not going for it.
Probably a good idea, really. But yeah, that's pretty gunning, and good on Blue Team for kind of taking their lead and capitalizing on it. And that is the benefit of those global ults. If you are ahead, if your TF is getting stacked, you become so powerful with that ability to jump into any lane and drop that damage. And you saw the jungler knew what was happening. He was ready to go down there and help, and he just jumped in off the back of that ult and did some serious damage and picked up that EZ. And Cho is jumping on this Shen here. Zac's going to come in to defend, and he's going to get away fine. And that's,
I think that Wits End isn't working out as well for Shen as he thought it might.
No, he needs to be able to sit and trade with his Wits End to actually make that damage viable.
And,
but
yeah, it makes it quite hard because I mean, Cho with those Warful spikes along with his, just double nukes.
And his CC. if you're sitting there trying to 1v1 a Cho, it's quite hard
Yeah,
because you've got to use your dash to dodge that knock up. You're not doing damage for that time. You then get silenced. It can be bad news bears pretty quickly. But we do see that the Shen is up now, so maybe they'll try be a bit more aggressive and use that to get something done in bot lane. But our predictions are coming out to play.
yep, and that Shen is just having a tough time. I mean, he's still pretty fun, 136 CS in 20 minutes off of sneeze at. I mean, and we have to consider as well that he has dropped that ult a couple of times. But
Yeah,
I don't know, that allowing that Cho to get massive is really going to hurt the late game.
yeah, definitely, because it will just become an unstoppable force walking through their whole team. And yeah, it is important to note that Shen has done too badly. Like he is 0-0-1. That's not horrible, but at the end of the day, he needs to be making big impact plays with that ult. And Zach jumps in here, but no support.
See, at this point, like just a Zac and a Shen is not enough to take him down.
Uh, he can kind of walk around with impunity at this point with those six stacks and that Rod of Ages ticking up, and he's just going to get even more tanky as the game progresses. Very nice gold card, good amount of poke damage coming in from that TF in mid, and he's just kind of happy with his blue buff farming away. He's got a 20 CS lead, and he's got 3 kills and 5 assists, looking very scary. He's got his Rabadon's Death Cap and his Lich Bane, so he's going to be pumping out a lot of damage with gold card, auto attack, wild card, auto attack. That's
Yeah.
going to be very
I mean,
scary.
having that Lich Bane and Death Cap.
And here we go, more globals into the gold card, and he's actually going to pick up the Zyra right under the turret, but very nice ult into a passive. Very well done for that Zyra, making the best out of a bad situation.
And they look
But
like they will be able to pick up.
easy getting caught out.
Oh,
Gets the
very
ult
nice
dropped
ult by
on him, but here comes the Kennen ult. Huge amount of damage going out on that Nautilus. His tankiness cannot save him. They're trying to chase up on this Trist, getting that red buff tick off, but it is not going to be enough to catch up with him and stick on him. What are they going to do with this kill?
They should be able to take that turret there, but they need to pay attention to their top lane because they are going to lose that tier 2 turret up there.
So they really need to push this and maybe even go for the second. We see the Trist recalling. It's going to be interesting to see what they do here, but it seems like they are backing off. They're going to recall and try death that turret.
And I think the TF won't be too happy with himself there. He did pick up that Zyra, but he just went, I don't know, he just went a little bit too hard, really, and ended up just trading himself their support. And then the team stuck around and just got re-engaged on by that Kennen. We do see that Kennen has that Seeker's Arm Guard, which he will be building into Adonia's Hourglass, which will be definitely a power spike for him. Not so much as that, or definitely his damage a little bit, but more so the fact that he can just ult the middle of their team, drop the Hourglass, take no damage.
Yeah, definitely. And we see the pause going out again, so somebody's clearly DC'd.
Possibly that Cho'Gath, I mean, he was taking a lot of turret damage. That may have been intentional, but
Yeah, he took a lot of damage, and this is kind of a dangerous situation. We see the Shen now has not only Merc Treads, he's got Wit's End and Merc Treads. That's a lot of MR. Plus, he's also got the Giant Spell. So that's not only a survivability spike, but a damage spike as well with that key strike.
Definitely, and it's good to see those Merc Treads like the Kennen there as well, playing against Twisted Fate, the Nami, the Nautilus, and the Cho'Gath.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've had a few internet connection issues with the team this game.
Which is always unfortunate. Sometimes it seems like you are living in a third world country when you're living down under.
Internet is one thing we don't do well.
I think things would have got better with the Oceanic servers, but apparently for some people, not so much. We're actually on Telecom. We recently upgraded to VDSL2, which is why you're seeing such a nice, crisp, clear stream. I would highly recommend it. Only $10 extra per month. There's a connection fee as well. But they give you a nice, nifty, reasonably good modem. And it kind of doubled our download and increased our upload by about 20 times, allowing us to stream in high def. So definitely worth it for the extra $10, especially if you're interested in streaming games. We will be doing a write-up on VDSL and our thoughts on it, and we'll post that on the Facebook page. But our game will resume in 2, 1, and go. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Will the Shen try chase this up? No, he's just going to let him walk out. What do you think about that?
I don't think he killed him there. Cho'Gath would have just waited for his rupture cooldown and dropped down and just ran off. that's one very scary tier.
And it looks like Cho just wants to sit around here and be a bit of a nuisance.
Eh, it's not good.
No, fair enough. Like that's always important. If somebody wants to recall, don't let them recall.
I think we might see a Sonya's Hourglass being built next on that tier. Ground outside of build.
Yeah, a bit of defensibility always is nice, especially with TF, who are quite squishy. If you do get engaged upon, like we saw last time, can end very badly. But if he had the hourglass, he could have dodged, that CC, that passive damage, and potentially survived.
Yep. I mean, you do see a Chalice picked up on the Nami here, which means I have a feeling he might be building that into a Chaos Crucible late game.
Yeah, which is reasonably important when you've got a huge amount of CC against a good team.
Which is it's really good as well. It means that if that TF can pick up that Hourglass, it just means when they go into that big combo, if they do CC someone, they're definitely wanting to be going in on the Triss. So if they can Crucible him and he can just rock jump away, that really sort of destroys the fight potential.
Yeah. But although it is 9-3, the gold gap isn't huge. Like 5K at this point in time, whilst it is significant, but it's not as significant as it could be. And I'm fortunate that Nami did whip the bubble here, but very, very nice anchor toss.
Stretch
And
line.
good. Yep. And
And they can pick up the kill there. That's a very nice kill they picked up.
and boom, they get both of them. Very well played. I kind of thought that, the gank had missed with,
that Triss is in a world.
oh, something's going weird with the stream.
Okay.
We're also seeing a Shen TP onto the Kinnon. Could have gone well, but it seemed like it happened just a bit too late.
They won't be
Reacting
too
to
happy
this.
about that. They wasted the Cannon ult and Shen ult, didn't get anything out of it.
And Cho is pushing top lane.
Yeah.
So very interesting. Thought that gank had failed on bot, but they just committed under the tower. They got that TF card off. The wild card's a huge amount of damage into that Nord ult, and they went down.
He just has so much AP at this point that just that card plus the thing was enough to his pick a card plus wild card was just enough really to really destroy that Zyra.
Yeah, and that's kind of what's happened in the last gank as well. The gank wasn't executed perfectly. It didn't really go off well.
Yeah.
The team was under the tower, but they're still managing to pull them off anyway.
It was good to see the Trish taking full advantage of the recent rocket jump. Well, like rocket jumped in for that second kill on the Iz, and then just rocket jumped away.
Yeah, and that's the huge thing about Trist. She is such a late game.
But yeah, and saying that though, it could have gone very badly for him because I felt I say it was a good use because he dodged some turret damage, but I felt like he almost could have ran down through that tri-bush by that turret and rocket jumped over into the river because he was very, very nearly caught out by that cannon there.
Yeah, and unlucky for the Cannon and the Shen. Like if that had gone a bit better, they could have actually potentially picked up a couple of kills there.
And Nami did actually land nice double onto that Shen, just the other down.
Yeah. We see top lane has lost that second turret, so they're probably going to be looked to keep quite a bit of pressure up on there, and that's what Cho's been doing all game. He hasn't really been he hasn't been part of the team fights at all. He's just been sitting there, shoving down that lane, keeping that pressure, and just punishing them when the Shen has to leave to go and engage in those team fights.
And we see Blue Team there just pick up another dragon for free. And, Cho's actually finished off that Frozen Heart up in the top lane. Usually I'd say you probably could have built something better, but against Shen who's built Wits in and Ez who's built Blade of the Rogue King, I think that I'd actually briefly fine.
Yeah, it counteracts that attack speed buff for both of those items. But you know how we were talking before about the gold difference wasn't that huge, only like 4 or 5K. It's just ballooned out to 9K. And blue team's been very good.
It's now over 9,000.
Over 9,000.
All good. And I know the dredge line not too much there, but
unfortunate that it did hit that bit of terrain. But yeah, from 5K to 9K in a matter of minutes. It's just blue team's been doing so well, capitalizing on their advantage and pushing it through. They're not really letting up. They're not slowing down. And good on them. Yeah, and here we go, Cannon ult, and a Zac ult, and a Zyra ult. This is the first time that the Wombo's actually gone off. And
Cho just zoning is right out of this fight, and the Zac goes down, his passive's up, and he's going to die here.
Picked off, and Cho's putting in work. He's got big. He's coming into those team fights, and it was a very good engage. They got the Nautilus. They got a lot of damage out, and TF picking up that Zyra, passive going off, not really doing anything. It was a great. Well, it wasn't the perfect use of the Wombo, but it was a pretty good
Yeah,
opportunity there to have a good team fight, but the Cho just came in and disrupted
yeah.
it.
Like Cho just came in, completely destroyed that cannon right away, and then he just zoned out three other people from that fight. He pretty much split off Shin and Iz and Zyra from the rest of the team. Killed the cannon, split them off, and then the rest of the team killed Zack, and then they just went forward, killed the Zyra as well. So very nice, and that's what he can do as Shogarth, and that's why, as you say, he's like a massive tank. You don't want to focus him, but you can't ignore him.
Exactly. And he's done a good job. He's just sat top, kept that pressure on, farmed up. But at the same time, when it matters, he turns up.
Yep, and we have seen TF pick up that Zony's Hourglass here. And Shogarth actually going for that Randuin's Omen.
So
I
he's,
actually thought he might go for something like an Abyssal Scepter, but obviously he's decided they just want to keep sort of shutting down that attack speed.
yeah, walking into the middle of their team and just disrupting all their damage deal. Not a bad choice.
Not a particularly bad. I suppose they're probably talking about it themselves. I would have thought an Abyssal Scepter would be nice though, just because that DF is so particularly stacked that he's blowing people up. If you get an Abyssal Scepter, just
Get the debuff right
yeah,
into the middle of their
yeah, and
team.
it just lets Cho do a little bit more damage. Gives them the potential to just one shot something like that as if it does own that rupture.
And there is a good amount of AP damage on the other team. The Kennen, Zyra, and Zack.
Yep, and even that Isolt is magic. What is it? Might have
It's
that wrong.
combo.
Right. And yeah, I mean that Zyra just can say built that deep. But,
Yeah, but look, they're trying to get pressure on top turret now. They seem to be
yeah,
pushing
I
a
think
bit,
they're
and
sending that Triss bot split push, which probably a good call.
yeah, and here we go. The Wombo is going off again. You got the Zac ult coming in. You got the Kinnan ult coming in. You got a lot of damage going out, but Trista's just bottom pushing that turret. And here comes the Shin, stand united on the Kinnan, and Kinnan's going back in. He doesn't really care. And they've gone to that TF, and TF goes down. A very nice Nami bottle. Will Nautilus get out? He dredge lines into the wall, but no, he's down. Good use of Nami ult to disengage. And
Shogarth gonna just
Cho just wrecked the Shin while we were watching that. But will they be able to take him down? He's pretty big, and Trist is still pushing up bots, so they need to actually get this Cho down. And here comes EZ, putting out the Arcane Shift, putting the damage in. And Cho, I think he knows he's over here, but just trying to get onto that Ken and get the kill. But no, he goes
so their
down.
decision to split push there didn't actually quite work out for them. I think what they thought they could do is sort of keep them up top and let that Triss split push bot a little bit harder. I think they actually moved a little bit too close to that turret. They allowed the other team to engage them hard, and then it was simply a 5v4 with they didn't have their AD carry.
Yeah, and that Wombo was quite effective there. It did get off a good amount of damage, get a bit of CC onto them. We saw that Naught get very low very quickly. Same with the TF. They couldn't really turn around, use their CC and hard engage, and they got split
Yeah.
up quite effectively. Everybody kind of like ran for the hills when all those ults came out.
We does the one thing that doesn't bode too well for the red team there. We've had enough disconnect. That's not good. But one thing that doesn't bode well is they took a long time to win that fight, 4v5. That Cho'Gath was up for forever and a day. I mean, you just know for a fact that Triss had been there that fight. Well, not fact, but almost certainly would have gone a lot differently.
Yeah. That Cho was just kind of walking around. They did kind
Yeah,
of ignore him. And in that situation, ignoring him wasn't a bad thing because
yeah.
they weren't tightly clumped together. He wasn't really stopping getting to those squishy targets. And I think that's where uh, the blue team kind of did make a bit of a misstep. They had to get away from those ults, those big AoE ults, yes, but they should have all run in the same direction. Then when they run out, just turn around, chomp down your opponent.
And usually I'm not the greatest fan of that Blade of the Road King on Airs, but it is actually quite a good choice this game because they do have that Cho'Gath, they do have that Nautilus, both very talented champions, so working out okay. If you can finish off that Iceborne Gauntlet soon, that would be really good. It's just so strong for cutting that Cho'Gath around.
Yeah, yeah. Using your mobility,
I,
using
I,
that
I,
slow.
I still think that despite losing that fight, that blue team is well ahead this game. I wouldn't be surprised to see them make a play for something like Baron, but they do have to be very careful if they do go for Baron because the Baron pet just suits purple team perfectly there. Like Zac can just fly
Mm.
in, Kenny can jump
It's
in,
a great choke point for all those
and Ken
ults.
actually has picked up that Zion's Hourglass, so that's going to be very good for him.
Yeah, you can get right in the middle of there, drop that, mitigate the damage.
More,
Hopefully these don't continue into next game.
hopefully not.
But no, it is surprising that they didn't try pick up Baron before now because they do have a 12k gold lead. I guess they're kind of thinking we don't really need Baron. We can finish this out on our own
That's a
terms.
good point. Like sometimes, yeah, like Baron isn't really necessary, particularly against a sort of combo team like that. You don't really want to give them a chance to get back in the game because the last thing you want to do is start up Baron, have the whole team just drop Zac ults, Zyra ults, Kennen ults, and Ez ult into your whole team, pick up 3 or 4 members and take that Baron because then you just let the other team get back in the game for no reason.
Yeah, I guess at this point it's more of a risk than a benefit, really.
Yeah,
It's
unless they can sort of pick off maybe 1 or 2 people quickly. So, I mean, they have got it pink warded, but you'd have to think that red team would think something's going on.
yeah, they are quite dominant on the map awareness and vision at the moment, and it does look like they are looking to pick it up now.
Surprised that the other team hasn't reacted. So
Well,
they don't have vision, but the whole other team's missing. I think they do. Okay, yeah, they've got an idea now.
and here comes True Shot Barrage, and they're backing
They're
off here.
backing off. I mean, this is an opportunity for red team to actually go and steal this.
Yeah, that's very surprising that they're backing off here. I would have
Oh,
thought
Zac
they'd
actually
just
cancelling his slingshot.
wow. So they backed off and let the other team kill them, and Zyra uses her ult and flashes in. That's a bit of a misstep. I wonder if
The
she was flashing in to try steal.
I'd be interested to know if they had ward coverage there. If they saw that Zac cancelled the slingshot, so they knew he wouldn't be able to sort of try and
Jump in
fly
and
by.
smite it.
Yeah,
But that was very interesting.
because I would have thought as soon as they backed off, that might have been the time for the red team to just try. Oh, I suppose the Israel was down bot, so if they tried to hard
Yeah,
engage,
unfortunate in the wrong position at the wrong
and they are
time.
going to get this turret and most likely the hit as well.
But it was weird because
And if we see how they set up this team, very nice. They've got the front line of Cho'Gath and Nautilus in the front. In order for the Kennen and the others to get through, they're going to have to go through those two and through all the CC here. And it's
yeah,
right there. We see them try and combo out, but it's not good enough, really.
yeah, at this point in time, the front line's so huge and whoa, just absolutely eaten by the Cho'Gath.
And that's going to be game over.
Yeah, very well played though by both teams.
Yep, a very close game. All in all.
I just think at the end of the day, Sestysage, the team, or the blue team, um, I'd say part of it was outpicking.
Yep,
I think their team
I think
didn't
yeah,
didn't have to rely on that wombo combo. Very strong picks. The hyper carry with the Nami, the Cho, and the Nautilus. Very tanky, very mobile,
we did
and a
say
good global
we did
presence.
say that the red team might struggle a little bit unless they can get those combos off perfectly, and they just weren't really able to.
Yeah, I think by the time they were getting those combos off, it was a bit too late.
Yeah.
So we'll be jumping up into the next game soon. Stay chill.
My player of the game, Rockfly Player of the Game award, definitely going to that TF this game. Well done. Is that great? Not the headbox. Well done.